Welcome back everyone, Zaf here, and looks like we can get 2,000 Essence Stones for free, so let's go over how you can get that. Once you do log in, this survey will pop up, allowing you to get up to 2,000 juicy Essence Stones. I fully expect everyone to log in and do this survey. They will be distributed once the global launch does come into effect, and that does happen in less than 1 week, so be sure to do this survey. You definitely don't want to miss out on all these Essence Stones. I'm sure a lot of people just skip this survey. I doubt everyone does it, so you definitely have a chance at the 1,000 bonus. You do have to be level 30 to do this, but that shouldn't be a problem honestly speaking. Getting level 30 in this game is very easy to do, so this should give you incentive to play right away if you haven't made an account yet. Again, this confirms once more that all progress will be saved. Your account will not be wiped, so don't worry, it'll get converted into the global launch, so I absolutely can't wait for that to happen. We're going to be so ahead of everyone else. It does feel a little unfair, but hey, we started first and we grinded the game out. This is our reward for testing the game out, and I'm going to take a quick look at the survey. It looks pretty rudimentary, nothing too complicated. You do have to put in your player ID, and you get that through the menu options. You just press the settings button here, go to account, and your ID should be right over here. I obviously won't bother showing mine, but just press the account button to find it. And when it does come to coupon codes, we haven't had one come up in quite some time now. I will obviously give you an update if one does come, but even though there aren't any coupon codes coming out, at least the game is giving us constant rewards. If you've checked your inbox lately, you'll see we're getting a ton of Essence Stones. Let me actually hop into there and show you. I think we're getting around 100 or more every single day. So yeah, we can see we got 100 today, we got 150 the day before, and we got 200 before then. So yeah, they're definitely pumping these out. Another reason why you should play before the global launch. We're getting tons and tons of resources, and it just makes the game so much easier when you play early. You don't have to grind it out. You can just be logging on, claiming your activity funds, for example, doing a quick few dungeon runs. Nothing too complicated. This will put you ahead of the curve, so when you do play on the global launch, you'll be more than ready to do so. I do plan on doing a very long stream for when the game does launch. I'm sure a lot of players will be wanting to watch the game in action once they do start downloading it and getting ready to go, so stay tuned for that. I believe I'll start on the 7th of May up until May 8th, basically streaming for the whole global launch. That should be fun, so do check it out. I'll probably have some sort of stream giveaway since it'll be the first stream I'm doing on this channel, so definitely do stay tuned for that. And one thing I am looking forward to is whether or not they're going to extend the tiers for the Incense Dungeons. I'm sure they're going to, since we're locked at tier 8. Obviously not everyone's going to be here, but with the constant stream of damage we're getting, and with all the updates introducing more damage resources, I'm sure this would be a necessity. I'm sure they're going to bring new artifacts, probably extending past the level 55 and legendary mark we're used to. That would be very nice. And once they do fix that crit bug, I wonder how things are going to be like. I recently went with the new stat meta, just putting everything into strength. I'm not sure which mix I prefer though. I did try strength and a mix of perception as well. Since agility does nothing really for us, I did have to test it since I didn't fully believe it, but once I did it, I realized this bonus here doesn't really apply accurately. As the devs have noted before, they do plan on fixing crit, so we will have to wait for that to be in play, because as it is right now, it isn't functioning correctly, which does put out the issue of Choi. Since he is a hunter who can't crit, he is very powerful in the current meta, but once crit is fixed, will he really be that strong anymore? I do think they should nerf his stats and allow him to crit. That way he'll probably be even once more, since if you see this bonus here, Choi cannot deal critical hits, but his attack increases by 40%, so I'm guessing they would probably just have to remove this and let him crit, and maybe buff his skills instead, because as everyone's noted, crit is not applying properly, the damage is not what it should be, so I really wonder how powerful our hunters are going to be, and I'm really hoping they change gates once the game is fully released. I can't be the only one that's sick and tired of doing these gates. As you see, I have 15 keys every single reset, and with the purchase of the pass, I only get 3 additional sweeps. Yes, I know, womp womp, but still, it's just so annoying to do. I know we have these point sweeps as well, but it still feels like gates are far too long, especially when you try to do your maximum gate difficulty. The magic beasts feel way too powerful, but I do feel like doing hunter gates at the maximum level is so much easier than doing Jinwoo's gates. Something about our hunters are just so powerful, so it does make these overpowered gates a breeze. But yeah, I can't wait for the global launch to come in. Cha is going to be on the braid up banner, I'm pretty sure. That means we're going to summon a very powerful unit. I'm sure everyone is more than excited to get her. That way we finally get a nice powerful light unit. We do have a great healer, a shielder, and a breaker, so a damage dealer is the next step. I was a little bit let down by Silvermane Yunhu. I was excited for him, but he just seems to be a damage dealer. I don't know how much utility he will have, so I didn't really bother summoning for him. I'm just gonna save up all my tickets for Cha, since we know for a fact she's gonna be very, very powerful. That is, unless they change her. I doubt they'll make too many changes to her, since we all have seen those leaks. So hopefully she comes out powerful and strong for the global launch. Everyone will summon towards her, and that does set a new standard, depending on how powerful she is, because we know gacha games always have that power creep, so that means the next few hunters we get should be very powerful, especially if the devs want to maximize on how much money they get based on the next few hunters they release, so they have to be as good or better than Cha. That means you should definitely avoid Silvermane Yunhu. That is my recommendation. Obviously, we've seen the tier list people put out. He is a very powerful unit, but he isn't someone I'm very eager to get. Let me know if you plan on getting him, though you should probably already be summoning for him since his banner has been out for quite some time, and I do hope they fix that gold issue. I mean, seriously, why do we get charged for taking off artifacts? That shouldn't be a thing, and gold is used to upgrade basically everything we have, from weapons to artifacts to hunters, so they should really be reducing costs, because damage isn't what people are locked behind. Gold is actually the one thing everyone needs. That is, of course, if you're not pay to win. Obviously, we have a ton of gold here, but don't use us as an example. I've obviously purchased a ton of packages. That's exactly why my gold is so high, but I've seen so many people complain. I know they reduced some gold costs and also provided more gold for gates, but that gate gold bonus wasn't even that much, and you do need to get all the initial bonuses for gates, that being the XP bonuses, before the gold actually does kick in. So for free-to-play players, that's basically non-existent, so the devs really do need to fix that issue, especially with the global launch looming. We'll have to see what they do. They should outright remove the gold cost when it comes to unequipping artifacts. That's so pointless in my opinion. I have no reason why that's a thing. It makes testing out your damage so much harder. So that's the one change I'm at least hoping for, because you want to test things out, see which artifacts work best for your hunters, but if they cost gold to unselect them all, as you see, 32,000 gold to just unequip some artifacts, that is not worth it at all. If you don't want to suffer from this cost, I recommend enhancing artifacts to at least 5, that way it costs nothing. Once you enhance them past 5, it does start costing gold, so be sure to take note of that. In the beginning, if you're starting out playing, I do recommend just upgrading them to 5 until you get better artifacts in, that way you don't end up wasting unnecessary gold. But yeah, I'm sure we're all excited for the release of the game coming up very shortly. Things are going to get hectic. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of new players coming in, so I'm definitely excited for that and all the updates that are bound to come. So do pay attention for the global launch coming out and all the events we will take advantage of, and I'm sure there'll be more coupon codes coming out, especially with the game releasing so soon, so I'll be sure to update you on all that info. That's all I had for you today. This is Zaf signing out.